Okay, Wolf posted yesterday that she beat this game and gave it an 11 out of 10. Interestingly enough, apparently the Final Fantasy VII characters do not appear anywhere around here. And you know what's funny? I actually never thought about that this whole time. I've just been looking for Aloy, man. But this whole time, I was like, I've never even thought about the Final Fantasy VII characters. But it's true. We haven't found any of them so far. But yes, agree with Wolf. They're probably really regretting that decision now. Now that this game won Game of the Year, they're probably like, well, crap. We didn't want to be associated with Sony's Mario. That seems like such an odd thing for them to do, especially since... Are there any Final Fantasy characters in this game? I doubt it. Ooh, I do love the sound of rain as well. I know where the secret is. It's all the way at the end, right? So we can just make our way all the way to the end. I don't have to like I don't have to like scour. Whoa, fine-tooth combed. That's true. Final Fantasy is no longer PlayStation exclusive, but you know what has all the same exclusives is Nintendo. Like I was saying about that video I watched listened to the other day about how Nintendo does things differently. All their games are still exclusive to Nintendo only. And that's one of the reasons they're so successful. Wait, do I get my power right now? No, I do not get my power right now. I don't think so. No, I think that comes later. This game is so fun though. So fun. But there are some speedrun challenges. Oh, I don't know if I can do speedrun challenges. Oh, that makes me nervous. I suck at speedrunning a lot. Platforming I can do, but speedrunning, ooh, I don't know. Half the characters aren't PlayStation exclusive. I guess that's true. Oh, it's like... But it just never occurred to me that we hadn't seen Cloud. Or, as in later Alligator, Claude Stripes. Claude. I love Claude. Claude Stripes. I've just been waiting for Aloy. We haven't come across Aloy yet, but I found Aloy in Astro's playroom. I remember that, but I have not found Aloy in this game yet. So, I don't know. The new washer beeps when it's done, and it sounds exactly like a microwave. The look my cat gave was hysterical. I am also a slow runner in games, Femi. That speaks to you speak to my soul, because I mean, I have respect for speedrunners. I will never sit and say, oh, speedrunning is stupid. It's just not for me. I don't love it. But I have watched some speedruns that I'm just like, I don't understand how people can come up with this kind of stuff. I don't understand how people find these glitches. And I know that there's speedrunning that's like glitched versus non-glitched, but speedrunning just isn't, it's just not for me, man. I just don't, it's just not my fave. I can't tell if you want me to say anything about Aloy or not. Oh no, you don't have to say anything about Aloy. No. That's fine. Oh, that's right. This is what I'm supposed to do. I remember that. Those spikes are there. That is strategery. No. I'm just saying, I just haven't seen her yet, but I have well, she's on the cover. So I have a feeling she's gonna be here somewhere. But I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm certainly enjoying it. It's a great game. It's just one of those games that is just a freaking awesome time all around. Just so much fun. Really colorful, really fun. Just all around. Just a good time. And sometimes we need games like that, you know what I mean? Not every game has to be like, they murdered your wife and your children and you now have to find the person that did all that. Like, it doesn't always have to be that way. It can just be a fun time. This little robot is looking for all his little robots, little robot buddy friends. Oh, that's not it. Okay, so it's here? Wait a minute. But the bird is not... Is this a fake ending? Oh. Okay. Now I understand. Wolf was like, it's at the... Okay. Or not. Never mind. Couldn't remember if it was a fake ending or not. Okay, where is it now? It's over there. Okay. All right. Cool. Yes. Oh, it's just a good time. Just a good time all around. Is this a... Oh! It's a hole. We have a kid-free weekend. Me and my lover. Any food recommendations? Asking my friend. His name is Stomach. Ooh. Problem is, I don't know. I mean, I am easy to please. I love steak. I'm not a sushi person. I really love steak, and I really love a good burger. I'm a pretty cheap date, honestly, because I'm not even like, oh yes, the steaks have to be absolutely perfect. I'll go to Outback Steakhouse. I like their bloomin' onion. I don't know if they have Outback Steakhouses in Canada, but I think Outback is pretty yummy, but I know it's not like the best steakhouse, obviously. What is this? Oh. Okay. But I'm a pretty cheap date, honestly. Whoa. Oh! Oh my gosh. It's you. No! This reminds me of that Asian game show where you have to like do the shapes. You have to like jump through the shapes. So funny. Was there a starting point where it was explained why the other bots went missing? Yes. So you were flying around on a PS5. That's your ship. You were flying around on a PS5, and there was this giant alien that came out of nowhere and like grabbed your ship or threw it or something. I can't remember. Okay, but Chewy's is really good, like, to be fair. Oh, man. Okay. And so now you're looking for lost parts for your ship, which is basically what you get at the end of every level. But yes, all your bots got, like, lost. And so we're now... Oh, we've got the chicken. Again. So now, you've got to go find all your different bots. I mean, you don't have to. Although, you do need a certain amount. So, like... To unlock certain things, you need like 50 bots or, I don't know, 100 bots or something like that. It's Dad Bots! Dad Bots, I have a tracking number for you. I just forgot to send it to you. So that is in the mail. It's going to be good times all around. Good times for all. What? This is... Oh, my word. Okay. Oh, there's a bot! Whoa. So we break this. Okay, I see. I understand. Dadbots, did you ever finish Silent Hill 2 because the remake? Because my brother said that it was... He said it was Pucker Factor 11. Trying to figure out how to get dual cameras running. Ooh, yeah. That is tricky. I've had to do that as well. And the last time my computer like flipped out, it was apparently because of my second camera for whatever reason. I thought it was gonna be like my capture card or something. No, it was just my second camera for unknown reasons. Are these foxes wearing little booties? These wolves? Oh no, their paws are just blue. Okay. Which only makes some sense. The show you were thinking of was MXC. I love that silly show. MXC? Wait, which show was I talking about? Oh, I get off on all these tangents and then I can't remember what I was actually saying. What? Oh, that was a puzzle piece. MXC. Oh, yes. Most Extreme Elimination. Oh, man. That was the freaking greatest show. But listen, part of the reason it was so great was because... Yeah, so okay, so there were two different ones. There was Most Extreme Elimination, but then did I say two different ones? There were two different ones. Most Extreme Elimination had a bunch of different things, and I just remember seeing a clip of a show that was only cardboard things moving at you and people had to go in like the right shape. Maybe it was still Most Extreme Elimination, but the thing that made Most Extreme Elimination the most fascinating and absolutely hysterical was the dubbing, because because obviously that's probably not what they were actually saying, but they would just they would just have these people go up and they would just be like, you know, they'd be like, all right, up next comes, you know, Susie Sweegle from East LA, and she'll go up there and she'll like do this kind of thing, you know, and they'll come up with like the weirdest things. She'll be like, I love stinky socks or something like that. They'll just come up with the most random dubs. And they're obviously not saying those, but that was where the real magic of that show was all in the actual like dubbing of the voices. It was so funny. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. And then their commentary of like all these people. Yeah, she's a professional butterfly collector. You know, all these so random. It was so funny. Right you are, Ken. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely hysterical. It was so funny. Instructions are on. Oh, they were about to give me instruction. Salty! How's it going, Salty? Back when we were child-free, my partner and I used to riff burgers with puns. What does that even mean? Okay, wait. Turns out the American name for the Japanese game show, Takeshi's Castle. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's great. It's so great. But like I said, most of the charm, I mean, the elimination challenges they're doing are just absolutely insane, right? They're so stupid. But the whole like, oh, okay, I see. But the whole like dubbing the English over the top of the Japanese or whatever, and just coming up with just the silliest things. None of it made any sense. Oh, it was so funny. My dad and I used to just sit and watch it together and just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. It was just hilarious. It was such a great concept. Oh, it was so funny. And other game shows have tried to kind of do the same thing. I feel like they had a like a water park one with John Cena? I think it was John Cena. I think it was him. Maybe it was someone else. But there was some water park one that they did a lot of the same things, where they were like you know, and they were over water, but they were standing over the they had like platforms that were coming at them, or big squishy things that were coming at them or whatever. Which was absolutely hysterical. I never watched the water park one, but just the whole most extreme elimination, it was great. Still to this day, probably one of the best, most clever things I've ever seen on television. Whose ever idea it was to like flatten me, to just dub it over. John Cena. Is it Cena? Or is it Senna? I think it's Senna. I don't know. I don't pretend to know these things. Oh! I thought he had a trail. Cena. Okay, all right, sorry. John Cena. I've heard Cena. Okay, it's Cena. John Cena. Okay. Wasn't he the one that got smacked in the face by this chick's ponytail as she's like walking through a crowd of it's like at a sports game or something, and he gets like smacked in the face by her ponytail? And she doesn't even realize it. She's walking. Come on now. How do I get up on top of your head? Oh! Oh! Oh, he only moves because I'm moving? Oh, look at that. Up. I hate you for that. That is so unfair. Oh, no, yeah. Okay, good job. Oh. Oh! I didn't even realize he was down there. Amazing. The Floor is Lava on Netflix is pretty good for watching people jump around. Oh, that sounds like a blast. The Floor is Lava? That's so cute. My girls play that a lot. And then there's, of course, like, what's his face? Coach Corey Martin or whatever, who does like the brain breaks for kids. Then he has to come up with like 900 different ways to say the floor is lava, but he's always like, the floor is lava. My girls like doing brain breaks. Ooh, he just brought us a whole G-dang platform. with things down there. How do I get to those things? Audit's always like, can we do a brain break? But what ends up happening most of the time is they just sit there and they don't actually do the brain break. They do it for about 2 minutes and then they'll just sit and be like, we're tired. And I'm like, well, this is no different than just watching a movie. Lame. Oh my gosh. You know what? No, they don't watch Mark Rober. And I really should get them to watch Mark Rober because he is phenomenal. I feel like he's like this generation's Bill Nye the Science Guy, kind of. He's made science fun. And, oh, Lego Horizon's awesome. It's so great. And I'm so grateful you allowed me to experience that and you let me borrow it so I could experience it. I really appreciate that a lot. You didn't have to do that. And now we got all sorts of people benefiting because now Dad Bods gets to play it with little Ava, which was adorable. Mark Rober's great. We actually considered getting Charlotte his Crunch Labs or whatever. Oh, I'm too slow. His Crunch Labs box or whatever. We were gonna get her like a year supply or like a year subscription, but it was like $300 for a year, and I was like, no, like that is so out of our budget for one kid. No. I wanted to because I would love to support that, and I appreciate what Mark Rober does, and I'd love to support that, but at the same time, I was like, I can't do $300. Oh my gosh, this little bird has babies. Dude, this game takes the, what are they from Mario? Like the poundy guys? What are they called? Oh my gosh, what? Oh me, oh my. Okay. Oh! Everything about this is bad! Oh my gosh! Ah! Oh, that was so close. Thwomps, yes, thank you. That was so close. Who are you? Who the heck is this? Living relic. That was crazy. That was crazy. I legitimately did not think I was gonna get out of that alive. I thought I was gonna be unalived right there in the... Oh, wait! Do I have everything? I 100%ed this level. I don't know what these burger puns are, but they are great. Please note that all of what Lindsay's plays burger jokes are offered on a sesame seed pun. Oh my gosh. I miss Most Extreme Elimination. That was so funny. Yep, I've used all my luck today. Thank you and good night. Okay, we still have not 100%ed all these levels. That's okay. Let's go back to this one. And then what is the other one we have to do? Gosh, we still missed one here? Really? Oh, wait, I don't think I did this one last time. This one means I'll get a bird. You got some Spainin to do burger served with Yamoni Manchego? I don't... Oh, wait. I have done this one. Oh, you know what? I think I found the, the secret tunnel. I think I found that, and that eliminates, or that like halts all your progress on the rest of the game, which is a little bit of a bummer, but not really. Spanish ham and Spanish cheese. That's great. So great. You know what else was like peak comedy? Was Whose Line Is It Anyway? I have never laughed quite as hard as watching Whose Line Is It Anyway. There's I mean, there's so many I can think of, but there's that moment when they are doing, what's it called, they're doing like Colin and Ryan do the basically kind of like the QVC, like, we've got these albums for you. And then the audience comes up with, you know, what the album is supposed to be about. And Ryan says, Colin, do you know what a... Hey, it's Sword Art! He's like, Colin, do you know what the sound... What does he say? Oh, I thought I had the chicken still. Something about, like... He asks him what the sound an Arctic tern makes, or he goes, "Do you know what bird has the same name as our next band?" And Colin says, a tern? An Arctic tern?" And Ryan says, "What? No." And then he goes, "What kind of sound does an Arctic tern make?" And Colin goes, "Backstreet Boys." And the whole crowd loses it. And everybody's laughing. And my girls will regularly just randomly be like, "Backstreet Boys." It's just one of those things. You just can't script it. You just cannot script it. And Ryan loses it, and Drew Carey loses it, and everybody loses it because it's absolutely hysterical. There will never be anything quite like it. And I know they kind of brought it back. I never watched any of the ones that they brought back, but I heard from people that it just wasn't the same. It's just not the same. There was something about the older seasons. And I've actually watched the British version, and I don't quite understand a lot of the British versions. Some of the humor is just kind of lost on me. Oh my gosh. But yeah, a tern, an Arctic tern. What sound does an Arctic tern make? Backstreet Boys. Absolutely hysterical. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had some great times watching that show, and I just don't think there will ever be anything quite like it. Woo! Oh yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I was like waiting. Oh, we have a secret. Oh, it's in this bamboo. Or something. Well, these guys aren't doing anything to help this. So you're supposed to use them? They're so good at what they do, so it is much funnier when they break. Agreed. Gosh, it's so funny. And just... What do you do? Oh, no! That is not what I wanted! Oh. Beans. No. Oh, biscuits. Now I gotta start the planet over. Gee, dang it. There's a secret back there. What's one Colin said? Colombia. We're not known just for coffee. Colombia. I don't even remember, like, what the thing was. Like, I loved props. I loved sound effects. There's that one where he and Colin are doing something, and he's like, "Get ready, this is gonna be a really big explosion." And so they plug their ears, and the girl that's doing the sound effects goes, "Kaboom!" And the whole audience loses it. Oh my gosh. It's just not the same. The bean counter isn't working again. Oh. And like sometimes I can troubleshoot stuff in StreamerBot, and then there are times where I'm like, I honestly don't know why this is broken and why this isn't working. Voice mod is becoming a teenager. It says it's listening, but it's really not. We are quickly moving into preteen years with Charlotte. Not that she and I argue all the time, because we don't. But there are times where I'm like, why is this an argument? I don't understand why this is an argument. It's always about jackets. Like, it's like 50 degrees outside. I'm like, Charlotte, you need a jacket. And she'll just walk outside without one. She won't look at me. She won't say anything. She just walks outside without one. And I'm like, do you think I'm lying to you? Do you think I'm like frijoles? Frijoles. Oh, frijoles. Doesn't quite have a saying ring to it. But I'm like, do you think I'm like lying? Oh no. Oh, biscuits. I'm like, do you think I'm telling you it's cold outside even though it's not, just to cramp your style? Like, why? And she's like, it's not cold. I'm like, it's 50 degrees outside. I beg your pardon, but yes, it is cold. I mean, and I understand that, like, kids are just gonna go through a period. I don't understand. Oh, I didn't grab my bird from the beginning. Oh my gosh. I can't focus. Where is my brain today? Biscuits. I feel like I cannot. Who is this? Who is this in my little thing with the Pac-Man hat? I was just outside without a jacket. It's under 30. Where is your jacket? Yeah, she fights me on the jackets. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, why? Why? You think I'm trying to ruin your life? I'm really not trying to ruin your life. I'm really not. Just trying to keep you warm. That's all. Okay, so there's something in here, but we don't know what it is yet. There's something in there. Or is it on the side? I know, and see, I'm the same. Like, I remember that too. I remember watching, like, going to school and watching kids walk to school in the snow wearing shorts and t-shirts and being like, so, like, is it somehow, like, uncool to be warm? I don't understand. Like, I'll still think you're cool if you wear a jacket. I will think you're fine. Like, I don't have any issues with you wearing a jacket. That doesn't make you not cool. It is a billion% uncool to wear a jacket. Oh, why are they glowing? Oh my gosh, I can cut them. Okay. Apparently you can only cut them from the side, though. What? How do you do that? Oh my gosh, I did it. Oh, there it is. I don't even know what the heck I just did. Who knows? I do believe younger humans have different thermal regulation systems. I do agree with that. I do think, for me, I think I'm like, well, it's freezing cold outside. And Charlotte's like, it doesn't feel cold to me. I'm like, well, put on a jacket anyway. You know what I mean? So I try to bring a jacket. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Just wear the jacket if you get cold. There are times where she's gotten cold and been like, you know what? I do want that jacket. And then there are other times where she never ever wears it. And I'm like, all right, I guess that's true. I need to remind myself that just because I think it's freezing, but I feel like the older you get, the colder you get. You know what I mean? This is why little old people are always wearing cardigans and jackets and stuff, because like they're just cold, you know, your skin gets thinner. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just kind of like we just need to be better at communicating. Both of us. Both Charlotte and I need to be better at communicating, because I will think that she knows what I'm talking about or something, and then it turns out we just need to communicate better. Oh! That's not what I meant to do. There you go. I finished a book the other day that I recommend, but I will say there were some parts that were kind of hard to read as a parent. It's a story called The Secret Book of Flora Leah, I think. It was just L-E-A. Is that Leah or is that just Lee? I think it's Leah. But this woman lost her sister during World War II, and her sister, they think, was lost in the Thames River. But she doesn't ever, she refuses to believe that her sister is gone. And she used to tell her sister this like secret story when they were younger to try and help calm her down when there was like, you know, all the crazy war stuff and with the Blitz and everything. And so they came up with this story, this place called Whisperwood. And so the woman works at this bookstore, and she is, oh, he's in there. And she works at this bookstore, and it's like a collectible bookstore. and they get, you know, collectible editions of like autographed books or whatever. It takes place in the 1960s, I think, in London. And she comes across these illustrations for a book. And the book is called Whisperwood. And it is literally the story she told her sister that she never told anybody else all her life. And so it creates this whole thing about her wondering if her sister is still alive. And it was really good. I actually really liked it. There were a couple tropes that I kind of saw coming like from a mile away. There were a couple of like some things that I was like, yeah, we all know what happens. We all know what happens here. But ultimately, the plot line was really fascinating, and I was really interested in it. So I just finished that like yesterday. Oh, the Thames. Tell me you're uneducated without telling me you're uneducated. The Thames. I knew Thames sounded weird. Why is it spelled T-H-A-M-E-S? Well, you know what? I am not one to ask because English is stupid. And there are so many words that shouldn't be spelled that way, but they are. So I'm just an idiot. Thank you for teaching me the error of my ways. Because no wonder. It's not the Thames. Oh! Never ask. I know. Well, then why is it pronounced this way? Because English is weird. It was good, though. I thought it was really good. What I do is on my library app, where I have library cards to multiple libraries, I will go to the Available Now section. And, and I will just check out whatever... Oh, I just pushed the dodge button for Horizon Zero Dawn. Which does nothing in this game. Charlotte and I stayed up way too late last night playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I'll just go to the Available Now and I'll check out like a bunch of books and I'll just sample them all. And then just pick the one that I really like. But I started one last night that is a sci-fi novel. I think it's called Terraforming or something. But I love sci-fi. I really love sci-fi. Okay. Dadbod says, I only wear a jacket if I know I'll be outside for more than 5 to 10 minutes. Only under 40 or so as well. Above that, jacket free. Sort of, it's like, I now think of the times people from North California looked at me weird when I wore shorts with a hoodie. I mean, whatever, man. You do you. Oh, I was gonna say, oh. I didn't realize it was tired. I remember it was tired. Love sci-fi. But you know what? I get asked a lot if I like fantasy, and for the most part, I do like fantasy. But I feel like fantasy has to be, and this is gonna sound really stupid, most of the time when people ask what kind of books I like or whatever, I'm like, I like good books. I like books that are written well. I like books that are written well and that have a... Oh, I do not remember. Oh, okay. Was that supposed to happen? Can I, like, get on this dude? Because there's probably a secret on this guy, right? Right? We know there's a secret on this guy, right? Oh, maybe not. What? Oh. Okay, only coins. It's Cage! It's Cage, it's Cage, it's Cage, it's Cage, it's Cage. It's Cage, it's Cage, it's Cage, it's Cage, it's Cage. Oh, there is a secret, but it's not the kind of secret I'm looking for. Okay, that's fair. But when people ask me what kind of books I like to read, I'm like, look, I really just like to read good books. I like to read well-written books, whether they're like, whatever that means. They need to have a concise plot. They need to be well-written. They can't just be, you know, you can tell when a book is not written very well. I don't appreciate that. And that's not to say, oh no. That's not to say that I judge anybody, because writing a book is really, really hard. But if you're going to write a book, then go the extra mile and write a book that is a good book. You know what I mean? Like, write it well, right? And I find that a lot of times I will listen or read fantasy and it's just not written very well. And I struggle with it a lot. And that's just kind of, oh my gosh, Marmite, wow! That was such a lovely surprise. Marmite. What was Marmite playing? What did he say he was playing the other day? That's okay. We'll just do this. Oh yeah, I don't know anything from God of War. Absolutely nothing. I've done the God of War level in this game, but that's as close as I have come. Oh, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that so much. Raids are always such lovely surprises. We're trying to kind of... Oh, that's right. We're trying to find the, like, what am I missing there? Just a puzzle piece. Okay, just a puzzle piece. I've even found the secret tunnel, right? Secret tunnel. I heard someone say today, easy reading is good writing. Oh, that's interesting. That kazoo song was from the emotional masterpiece Neva. Oh, she's playing. It sounded like she was like legitimately sad about something. Oh, we're not gonna make it. Oh yeah, we are. Oh yeah. Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's and I understand that. Like, I remember writing. I remember reading my first draft to a friend of mine that helped me. Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh yeah, it's down. I'm going. Yeah, we did it. Awesome, fantastic. I remember reading my first draft. Oh, and I just died. I didn't realize those were bad guys. I just thought they were. And I remember reading it to her, and I was reading like my first ever draft that I thought I'd edited, but I hadn't really edited. And as I was reading it aloud to her, and she stopped me and she said, "You know how to read bad writing well." And I was like, "This is not bad writing." And she was like, "Yes, it is. This is your first draft." And I was like, "This is not my first draft. This is a final draft." And she was like, "No, it's not. This is your first draft." Because I'd like revised it and all that stuff. And she was like, "No, this is your first draft." And the whole story of how my book happened is a big, long story. And I don't have to tell it right now. But she was like, "You read bad writing well. You know where to put commas and things in with your voice that aren't actually there." So technically, I mean, I guess there are certain people that can read writing that isn't great and be like, "I don't understand what the problem is. The writing seemed fine to me." But that's because they can read it well in their heads. But you want to be able to actually like, it was like, thank you, I guess, that I can read well, but like at the same time, you just called my writing bad. So what? What? And then actually the first chapter of my book was going to be completely different than what it is now. I had to rewrite the book about 4 times. And I talked to her about the book one time, and I said, "You know what? I just decided to cut out that entire first chapter." And she was this older lady that she kind of reminded me of a tortoise, really wrinkly skin, big thick tortoise shell glasses, and she had kind of this really interesting voice. She'd been like 8 different religions. She'd been married like 3 different times, and she had seen a lot in life. And when I told her I cut that first chapter, she was like, "Yeah, it was pretty bad." I was like, okay, well, you didn't need to go that far. But I submitted my first draft, what I thought was my final draft. I submitted it to a writing competition, actually. And I told her that I had already submitted it to this writing competition. And she said, "This draft right here." And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "And it won." And I was like, "Well, it placed in the top 50. And I remember when I first like entered the contest, it was like it was the top 100. It wasn't the top, maybe it was the top 50. I know this music is like, I don't know what they're saying. Are they saying any like real words, or is it just, I can't tell if they're actually saying real words. Oh, that's right. I'm not controlling this with a joystick. Ah! Oh my gosh. I remember this level and being like, what the hell? Okay, that's not what I meant, but okay. Ah! Ah! Ow. It's Jonathan. Jonathan, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. Okay, there's a thing. And so I just remember she was like, wait, you submitted this draft? And I was like, yeah, and it placed in the top 100 or something. And she was like, okay. Like, she could tell that she was like, what? So, of course, all of these were kind of sort of backhanded, but at the same time, my book would not have happened and I would not have been able to publish it without her help. And I'm so grateful she was honest with me and told me when my writing kind of sucked and that I needed to change some things because I needed that kind of direction. But I put my first draft into this competition from something called the Launchpad. And I remember telling myself, if this manuscript doesn't make it into the top 100, I'm not going to finish writing. Like, I'm not going to try writing again. I'm just going to drop it. And it made it into the top 100. It was top 100 or it was top 50. I don't remember what it was. It didn't make it past that, but that was all I needed. I just needed that little boost to be like, hey, your story is good enough to where these people thought it was good enough to put in the top 100, and that's a big deal. And so you should keep going. And I was like, okay, that's really what I needed. It didn't matter that it didn't place in any of the other ones or anything, or like the top 50 or the top 25. Maybe it did place in the top 50, but it did not place in the top 25. I don't remember. Oh. Is it over this way? Yeah, is this singing English? Because it doesn't sound like English to me. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that, yep, nope. I never would have thought about doing that the first time I played this level. Nope. So I'm really grateful that she was willing to be honest with me. But yeah, but when it comes to good writing, you know, it doesn't have to be like really flowery writing or anything, but it needs to be concise and you need to use good grammar. It's like when my mom, and I find typos a lot still in books I read, but I remember when my mom had a parent that was supposed to make this bulletin board. Yeah, everybody's first draft is terrible, right? I was under the impression that this was my final draft because I'd gone through and edited it. And she was like, no, this is your first draft. She said, first draft is this, second draft is this, third draft is when you read it aloud, and then the fourth draft is like your final draft. And I was like, that's so much work. And she was like, yeah, it is. And she said, but you know what? The hardest thing is going to be, it's going to be writing a second one. And I was like, what? No. So after I finished writing my first one and I self-published it and everything, I remember being like, she's crazy. Writing a second one's going to be freaking cake now. Actually, she's absolutely right. It's so much harder to write the second one because now you have things you have to connect to. And now I find myself going, oh man, I really wish I would have done this in the first book because then I could do this in the second book. And there's nothing I can do about that now. Characters can change potentially, but I can't change. Like, if I had my way, I would actually go back and change a lot about the ending of my first book. I'm happy with the way most of it plays out, but there are definitely things I would change. But I'm not going to go through and do that. Not to mention, I've already done the audiobook, so I can't make any changes because then I'd have to completely re-record the audiobook. And Oh, Wolf did the tree thing on accident. Lucky you. Sometimes that happens, and it's great. Oh, I hear him. Where is he? Oh, he's back there. Back there. He just punched straight through it. It's a good thing I was listening. Oh, no. It is not a single take. I did it over probably like 6 months. I did it in my own closet. I had blankets and things over our closet. And Ander never once complained, even though all his stuff was hidden behind blankets and things for like 6 months. Bless him. And to be totally honest, I wish I could re-record my audiobook too. Because I definitely don't love the way it ended up. But I feel like that is just because I'm an artist, and like Mactastic said the other day, I'm an artist, and so it'll just never be good enough. It'll never be complete. And my audio engineer, my friend over in Germany was like, you have to let this go. You've got to let it go because it's never going to be good enough. But he said, but I am your removed person, and I'm telling you it is good enough. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay, you're right. So I let it go, and I published it. And there's certain things I wish I would have done differently, and there's certain things I wish I would have, I don't know, narrated differently or whatever, but it is what it is. It's, you know. So come the second one, if I can ever finish the second one, I've tried to sit down and write these days, but my brain is too frazzled with 2 kids and with school and with all the different things going on. And I sit down to write and I just stare at my screen for an hour, and then I just get stressed out, and then I get worried, and I'm like, oh, I only have this one. Oh, I have a thing in my hand. I did not realize I had a thing in my hand. Who is that? Are you a mailbox? Papercraft Posty has a very important message for you. I don't know who you are, but you like a to-go box? No, you're a letter. It is good enough, but it is not perfect. That's the difference. That's true. I had to just learn to let it go. And it's the same way with streaming. If you're going to stream, you have to become okay. You have to just become okay with looking like an idiot on camera, saying things that are stupid, like the fact that I pronounced the river Thames instead of Thames. It's one of those moments. You just kind of have to be okay with not being perfect and not being totally posh and on all the time. There are definitely times where I have had streams where I've come away from it and been like, wow, I feel like I was a total disaster during that stream. And I usually text Katie. And I go, that stream was terrible. I feel like I had such a hard time focusing, and it was just so awful, and everybody probably thinks I'm an idiot. I don't know if that's actually true, but I've had streams where I'm like, oh man. Yeah, be okay with imperfections and then turn them into chat commands. It's the only thing you can do. It's the only thing you can do. So, I mean, anytime that you're gonna create anything, whether it's like internet content creation, or it's live streaming, or it's writing a book or drawing or anything like that, everybody sucks at the beginning. And then you just have to learn to accept that everybody sucks in the beginning, and that that you won't get better if you don't keep trying to do it. I know, I'll be like, the stream was terrible. I was so distracted all the time, and my kids kept coming in, and I had the hardest time, and I couldn't focus. And Katie's like, yeah, I didn't get any of that. And I'm like, okay. I just had to like cry about it for a second. I wish my streams would go perfectly, but they don't, especially when I have, like my small child that should be out of quiet time right now. But also, creation is hard. Creation is hard, and you have to just kind of do it. It's like we talked about the other day. Hey, it's Scarecrow! I would love a round table kind of brainstorming session, because I'd love to help others out as well. I don't want to just be like, okay, well, I need everybody's help, but I don't want to help anybody else. Like, that's like, I would love to chat about it, because I really just don't. And honestly, I did get some help, because since we live in a military city and there are lots of military members in our church congregation, I actually went and spoke to multiple cops actually, and was like, okay, here is the situation in this story. How would this play out? And I got mostly the same answers, but there were some of them that were like, oh no, this would happen, or oh, this is actually probably what would happen. And so all reality, it's probably like, well, you can kind of do what you want. Like, all of those things are believable, I guess. But yeah, I'm stuck thought-wise. Like, I know what I want to have happen, and I don't know how to get there. Oh, rude. I didn't mean to throw that at him, actually. I meant, he is an awkward fella. Those big old long lanky legs. Yeah, boom. I don't know where his ball went. But you just kind of have to do it. Creation is so hard. Even the big guy took a day off afterward. Agreed. Creation is hard, and it's like we were talking about the other day. You know, we can go on and on about our ideas, and this is kind of how I was when I first started writing and stuff. I was like, all I have is this idea. I don't really know how to put it together, but I just have to start somewhere. And so I did. I started in the middle of my story. I just started with a scene I knew I wanted to have happen. I didn't even start from the beginning. I didn't write the first chapter until like, gosh, months and months and months later. And then after I'd written a couple chapters, I actually got together. That was when I was in the Young Women's Program at church again. I wasn't in the presidency. I was just a leader. And I actually got some of my young women together that were about the age range that I was kind of sort of going for, 14 plus. I think they were about 15-ish. And I was like, hey, I have a friend that's writing this story, and she could really use some impact or some feedback from some girls, like, or from some readers that are, you know, her demographic. And so they were like, yeah, absolutely. We'd love to. And they ended up really liking it. And I kind of let them on for a little while and was like, I was like, okay, great. I'll give her this feedback and everything. And then it wasn't until I think they almost were at the end where I was like, okay, I have something to tell you. I was like, I was the one that wrote this, and it was really fun and exciting. And they thought that was really cool, but I'm very, very grateful but I wanted them to be honest. And I knew that if I told them it was me, they weren't going to be as honest. So I think it was all the way up until they finished the manuscript that they were like, that I told them that it was me, because I wanted them to be honest. Can I? Maybe if I swim down. Oh, can I not go any farther? What is this here for? I don't want to have to come back and do this level if I don't. Susie had an idea to say yeah multiple times and make it echo. The rest is history. We just watched Gravity Falls again today for the first time in a long time. I was doing, oh, that's it. Wait, what? Oh, maybe I should look at all my surroundings. I still don't understand why they can't come to me. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. But the reality is, if I can do it, anybody can do it. If I can write and self-publish a book on Amazon, anybody can. Like, it takes a lot of time, and I highly recommend finding people that will be honest with you, and you've got to be willing to accept criticism. You have to be willing. If you are going to be like, no, like, I feel like my story is amazing and you're wrong. Well, you're not going to, that's going to be a problem then, because you've got to be willing to take some constructive criticism. Nobody's stories are just perfect right off the bat. Not even Harry Potter was published by, it was turned down by like, what, 12 publishing companies or something? Granted, I don't know how much she rewrote during that time, but... Oh, I see you. Ho ho! We just might 100% this level. That would be stupendous. I'm trying to listen. I know the little robot sounds are so cute. I'm trying to listen for when his little friends are calling out to him. Little pumpkins. Little electric pumpkins. Pumpkin doodles. I also love this music. I love the sound of the, like, trumpet with the, what is that called that goes inside the trumpet? The plunger thing. It reminds me a lot of Up, Disney Pixar's Up. I don't know why. Is that in that? No, I don't have the bird. If you go to the first time you go to a level, you do not get the bird. You don't have access to the bird until you've already done the level one time. But if I can, like, do the level 100%, like, at the beginning, that would be stupendous. But the reality is, if you have ideas and everything, it's awesome. I love that. Do them. And if you feel like, no, listen, if you want to become a YouTuber, or if you want to make YouTube videos or something, there are some videos I have seen on YouTube that have the most, like, videos of things that are absolutely, in my opinion, I'm like, why would anybody make a video like this? And they have hundreds of views. And I'm like, somebody will watch it. Make that video, man. Somebody's gonna watch it. If you are passionate about something, if you love something, just freaking make a video about it. Just do it. Do it! Wait, is that him that's yelling? Or is that like a little lost bot that's yelling? I feel like he's in there somewhere. What a fun level. This game is great. I love this game. I wish I could gift it to my... Okay, cool. I wish I could gift it to my siblings, but it's expensive and I can't. You sleeping? Huh? I looked over there and she was wearing those cute little glasses. Come show everybody.
The Band-Aid.
With a Band-Aid. Like a Band-Aid ring. Well, and everyone starts somewhere. I didn't care for Jacksepticeye until I saw some of his later videos. I've never actually... Is that how... Did I pronounce that right? Shoot, I missed the last bot. Unless he's like somewhere... No, I'm gonna have to freaking... Okay. I usually don't 100% them on though. It's interesting writing a novel because your rough scenes and drafts are in the same format as the final result. Writing a graphic novel, when I jot out key scenes and such in text, it's clearly distinct from the actual work of figuring out the panels and visual storytelling. Ooh, I don't know if I could do a graphic novel. If that isn't a video command, I don't know what is. Whew, okay, I am hot. I'm taking this blanket off me. My chill finally went away. I feel a little woozy today, probably because I've been sitting under a heated blanket, but I feel like I'm having a hard, once again, I feel like I have streams where I feel like I have a hard time like focusing, or I feel like I miss a lot in chat and I don't get to go back and like I'll jump tangents and stuff, and then I'm like, oh, that's right, we were talking about this, but at that point it's already gone and whatnot. But I definitely have times where I feel like I have a harder time focusing than on others. Or during others, but the reality is streaming is kind of challenging because you're supposed to be focusing, not only are you focusing on a game, but you're also focusing on your audience and you're focusing on chat. I'm huge about viewer engagement because I feel like that's a huge part of, you know, Twitch in general. Now, obviously, if you're tuned into somebody that's got 20,000 people tuned in, that's crazy. And I don't even understand how you like stream for that many people. No! Oh, biscuits. Oh. Yeah, that's right. Oh, this is giving me vibes of like the shape levels. All right, let's do this. Okay, I'm taking my hoodie off.
Who likes good news?
Hey, it's Tricky!
Everyone? Then good news, everyone.
Backstreet Boys. Oh yeah, when I have a headache, it is hard to focus. Should have eaten real food today. That probably would have been a good thing for me to do. I snacked while we were at the park. I snacked on like cheese and like pepperoni slices and like Ritz crackers. Backstreet Boys. So suddenly Auden will just be like, Backstreet Boys. We have a lot of PlayStation dudes in this one. All the first 5. With speed like this, who needs weapons? With bronze like these, who needs an enemies? Yeah, I saw this coming. We got evil spaceships. Spaceship! Well, there were 3 of my dudes right there. So, okay. Cool. Have I had enough water? No. Also, it's Land Rider! Antihistamines will make you tired. True. You know what? I don't think this is water. I'm 100% sure. I am 100%, like, I know that this does not. I don't have any water with me. Okay, I'll go get my water bottle. Hold on. Oh, and then my mother-in-law gave us another treat basket thing just yesterday when we went to go pick the girls up because they hung out there. She gave us another little treat box with like cookies and fudge and all this stuff. And I just remember being like, I don't understand. Why must we be this way? It doesn't make any sense. My mother-in-law is very much, my mother-in-law doesn't know what it's like to either count calories or not, like everything she makes is like straight up from scratch. Like there is no cutting back on butter or cutting back on, you know, because she just, that's just not acceptable to her. It's like everything has to taste really, really amazing. or it's not worth it at all. And I'm like, yeah, but you can have both. You can have things that taste good without totally, completely clogging your arteries. Maybe it's also sinuses. I don't know. But I definitely have a harder time focusing when I have a headache than when I don't have a headache. And 2 cups of lard. It's a shame you can't take a water bottle with you unless you're going to work. Gotta drink. Gotta drink. Her love language is service. I know, so she's basically Paula Deen. Better. Pretty much, yeah. Is this supposed to... Oh. Oh. Little Astro Bot. Oh. Hi. Hi. I can't go quite as high as him. Oh. Oh no! Oh! This is important. I feel like this is important. Stars. Yeah, let them all be. Are these Astro pups? Wearing their little... They're robots, but they are wearing space helmets. Got it. Secret. Ooh. This is... Oh. Oh, what? Okay. Am I supposed to carry this whole... Where? Whoa. I'm supposed to shoot this somewhere, right? Hit it somewhere? No. What? Butter plus carbs equals bad. Butter minus carbs equals works? I mean... Oh, that's the rooster. It's going... Can I jump while I'm holding this thing? Yeah, I can. Okay. Where am I supposed to throw it? Am I supposed to... Oh, that's not all the stars. It's just the little metal ones. Okay, okay, okay. That makes sense. I thought I was collecting literally all the stars. All of them? For why? For what purpose? What are we doing with this? Am I supposed to, like, stick it in there? Instructions are unclear. Yes, I have. It pulls out the little magnet. That gives me a magnet. What? Butter can be a healthy fat. Whatever the heaven that means. That's like avocados. I said you were the good kind of fat. I've seen a comic of 2 avocados and one of them's running away crying. The other one's like, I said you were the good kind of fat. Oh, there's a button. Oh, no, there's not. Oh, yeah, there. Yeah. Okay. I'm ready. What did that do? I don't know. Oh, but I can... Oh, can I get up there with my chicken? Yes! I love that they turn around to, like, twerk. What? What even is this? Yeah, I saw it at the last second up there, man. But for a minute, man, it was... Oh, I think I'm supposed to do this. Thanks for y'all's patience. That took me a hot minute. It was way up there. Sounds like something I would listen to, like, on chill synth, kind of. I do like the chicken. That is helpful. But the time, slowing time down, that's my favorite. The snake is cool. Oh, wait. Yeah, I need to take... I feel like I do... Some days I do really well. Like, some weeks, really, I'll do really well at taking care of myself. And then other weeks, I'm terrible at it. And there's really no excuse for it. Because, like, I'm at my house, man. Why am I not taking care... Ugh. Like, why am I not taking care of myself? Why am I not drinking water? I have a sink right there. I just don't think about it. Are they all from Wipeout? Hey, it's Warrior Cats. How's it going? I know it goes bark, 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 but it's like a robot bok bok sound. Robok. Oh no! I'm just gonna uppercut you in the face. In the chin. That's right. These levels are so freaking cool. I love them. I love them so much. Okay, Cage. You want me to send... Oh, wait. This is PS5. I was gonna say, do you want me to send this to you? And you can play it after me. But you don't have a PS5. Dang, darn. Maybe I'll send it to Joe and be like, hey, can you send me back Horizon Forbidden West? Because I really want to play it. Well, that will be time number 3 for me. Did you hear about the Mario Party festivities last night? We had a great time. I think we're gonna do stuff regularly. You know what? I feel like I did see something about that on, I'm sorry. Are these not supposed to, like, not... Okay. Can I make that? Oh. Oh, the poor cow. Got abducted. Darn. These trees look like grapes. They look like giant raspberries or bunches of grapes. More like giant raspberries. Just giant purple raspberries. I am so glad you guys got together and did some Mario Party. That makes me so happy. The idea that like members of my community can come together and like hang out with each other without me needing to like instigate something and be like, hey, we're all gonna play games or whatever. I think that's wonderful. That makes me really, really happy. I saw something about it on the Discord, but it's just been... I haven't had much time to look at the Discord today with going to the park and all that stuff. Today was kind of a crazy day. And I tried to get too many things done this morning. Like, before we had to be at the park at 10, it was 20 minutes away. And I wanted to, like, get a walk in. I wanted to, you know, I needed to fold laundry. Like, the house is such a mess. Oh my gosh. So tomorrow I was like, all right, here's our deal. This is what we're doing tomorrow. Putting away all the Christmas stuff. We have to go to the library. We have to take our library books back. But like, we got some stuff to do. Thursday? That's great. Thursdays are days that Andrew doesn't work. So if I'm not busy doing like YouTube videos or something, which I meant to do yesterday and then I didn't. Why didn't I? What happened last night? I didn't want to put myself together. That's why. I was like, yeah, my hair looks terrible. I look like a toe. I cannot do a YouTube video right now. Oh. Oh, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh. Nice. That was fun. It's not over till it's over. Not over till it's not done till it's not over till it's what? Couldn't remember what it was. It's not done till it's not over till the fat lady sings, right? That's what they say. I feel like I'm supposed to hit those. Oh, yes. You know what, Warrior Cats? I have never watched Pokemon. I am not a Pokemon person. I did not get into Pokemon, but my daughter loves Pokemon. My daughter also really loves this show called Glitter Force. Loves Glitter Force. Oh my gosh. It's like it's just like Pokemon. It's anime type. There's nothing wrong with anime. That's totally fine. She loves Glitter Force. But Glitter Force is very much like... It's very much you know, it's a bunch of girls that discover they have like superpowers or something, and every episode they're like just on the brink of being annihilated by some baddie, and they're like they're always like, they're very shiny, very glistening, and they're always like struggling, and they're kind of dirty, and they're like in different places because they've been like knocked to the ground or whatever, and then they're like they'll say something like, well, I know that we're not gonna lose this fight because we are friends and friendship is forever and we're gonna be together and we could do amazing things. Oh, Charlotte's like, that's not how they sound. It's totally how they sound. 100%. Because we're friends and we're friends forever and friendship lasts forever, and so therefore we can't lose. And I'm always like, right? But Charlotte loves it. Absolutely loves it. I'm like, that is great. I love that for you. But it's like one of those monologues happens in pretty much every single episode. But Charlotte loved it. And I think that's fine. I'm happy for that. I'm glad she found a show she loved. And then the series ending, I think because it was 2 seasons, the series ending, she cried and cried and cried. And it was the first time I've ever seen her get like really emotional over a show. And I was like, dude, cry it out. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just cry it out, man. If it affected you that way, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I sobbed and sobbed and sobbed after Gravity Falls. Oh my gosh, Gravity Falls made me sob like a tiny wee babe. Oh my gosh, I cried and cried and cried. Yeah, that's what apparently, that's what Charlotte said, but now she's mad at me because she's like, that's not how they sound. It's totally how they sound. And then there's what's his face? Charlotte, what was his name? The bad guy. What? What was the bad guy's name? She would probably like Sailor Moon. Oh, Rascal. That was his name. Oh, and he wore like these. He was like a jester, and he had like a mask across his face. His voice acting drove me up the wall. He talked like this. Oh, yes, I'm going to beat these girls because they... But you never know because I have a trick up my sleeve. And I was like, ugh, drove me nuts. Ah! Charlotte loved it. She thought it was the greatest thing ever. And I was here for it. I was like, you know what? I love that. I love that for you. I love that you love that. And she loved Pokemon. She watched Pokemon. Ooh. What is happening? What is the point? I don't understand. Oh, I knew it. I was gonna say, there's gotta be somebody up there or something. Yes, introduce her to Sailor Moon. Oh, Gravity Falls is absolutely phenomenal. And I don't want to spoil it because I know there are people that are here that haven't watched it, but Gravity Falls is still, to this day, probably out of all the TV shows, all the animated TV shows I've ever watched, Gravity Falls is probably at least in my top 3. Oh, it's so well done. And I understand I saw it at an emotional time in my life because I was a brand new mom and I was very isolated in my own bedroom, and I was trying to like nurse a baby and it was not working out. And I know that it is natural to breastfeed a baby, but let me tell you, why are there so many lactation consultants then? Why is it somebody's literal job to just teach you and your baby how to breastfeed? I don't understand why it's that hard, but it's really hard for some people. If I had had Auden 1,000 years ago, she would have died because she would not have gotten she would never would have gotten any of my milk. So I struggled with that because I couldn't get it right, and I didn't have anybody to ask, and I didn't have anybody that could help me, and it was so infuriating. And so all these sleepless nights of her waking up every couple hours, I would sit and try to get her to feed, and it was just painful and it was awful. And I watched Gravity Falls, and it was the first time I'd ever seen it. And so I was very alone and isolated, and I was really, really just sad, and I had postpartum depression for sure. And that's true. They had wet nurses back then, right? They had people that was their job to just like feed all the babies, I guess. But I couldn't do it for whatever reason for either of my girls, and that makes me feel like a bad mom. It made me feel like a bad mom. and like I was failing somehow or whatever. And so I watched Gravity Falls because I needed something that was like happy and something that was, you know, entertaining and something that was really cool. And that the episodes were short. And so I watched Gravity Falls and I did not realize what I was getting into. Oh man. Because I sobbed. I cried my eyes out for during the series finale. There were some really amazing moments in that show. And the way they bring it all together is just astounding. And I was wrecked. I was absolutely wrecked for like days. But like I said, I had a really emotional reaction to it because I was so emotional already. And so now, of course, the show is kind of tied emotionally to me that way. And the fact that I was in this really hard time in my life and I was struggling and I was one of the most isolated I've ever been in my life because me and Auden would sleep in my room because Ander was working. Auden was born at the like busiest time of year for Ander. And so it was like, we knew it was probably going to be really challenging, but I had no idea it was going to be that challenging. So I would sleep with Auden in our room and she would be in a little bassinet or she'd sleep in like her little swing. Are we going to do this? Yeah, I guess we will. They're like, let us come help me. I didn't have postpartum depression after I had Charlotte, but I did have mastitis, which is an infection in the breast. And I went through 3 different antibiotics and they were like, my doctor was like, you might need surgery. I mean, there's some sort of blockage and mastitis was horrible. And I was miserable. And they have these electric breast pumps and I was up pumping every 3 hours, but like in the middle of the night, but washing pump parts and stuff takes time. And so I was getting sleep in 1.5-hour increments. I was not sleeping enough at all. And I legitimately do not understand how I made it through all of that. I have no idea. Ander had paternity leave at the time because he was working for Wells Fargo. And so he was able to like be there and kind of help out. But I finally made the same decision for Charlotte that I made for Auden. I was just like, I'd rather be mentally with it than physically. Like I would rather give my kid a bottle and supplement with either pumped milk or like formula and be with it for my kid than totally, completely kill myself trying to breastfeed or nurse or whatever and just not even be able to function. So that's what ended up happening. So both my kids they had my milk, but they also supplemented with formula. And it made me feel kind of crappy. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? Because I asked for help. I asked lactation consultants for help and stuff, and nobody was willing to help me. They were rushed in the hospital, and it was very clear that they didn't want to take the time to help me and that they kind of sort of considered me a lost cause. And I was like, well, then I'm not going to do this. But then when I got home, I felt like I kind of got the hang of it. And I was like, okay, I think we can do this together. But then it started to really hurt. And I was like, okay. Oh, we're doing this in the air. Falcon McFly? This is insane. He's pecking his own body! Am I doing the right thing? Oh, okay, that was in my control. Got it. Oh, I'm so angry right now. Well, this is helpful that I can just be totally invincible. He's like, how am I supposed to? Oh, I think I'm supposed to, oh, okay. Oh, so we've got a screw here. Oh, this is crazy. I love it. Every boss fight in this game has been so much fun. My favorite has always been the snake so far. Oh. Bam! I just hit a hole, got a hole in your helmet, maybe? I don't know. The spit coming out of his mouth. I hate you. Ah! Okay, that's one heart down. Gross. Ow! It's another heart. Yeah, it's McFly. I hate these guys, these little screw guys. Oh, oh. There we go. Okay, that's what makes him stop flapping his wings. Okay, 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 okay. Cannot make heads or tails of what is happening. Oh my gosh. This is so crazy. One more hit, right? Just one more? Oh, I don't have any more hearts left. So angry right now. Oh. No. Oh, that's it. That is it. Fed is best. It breaks my heart when people shame moms for their choices. I will throw hands. But I mean, it's, I remember hearing a story about this woman that her husband saw her put, he saw her put breast milk in his coffee. And he was like, whoa, you just put, like, you just put breast milk in my coffee. And she goes, oh, sweetheart, I've been doing that for years. Why do you think you never get sick? He was horrified. And I was like, they probably should have, like, let him know that. But still, at the same time, like, there are definitely healing properties of breast milk. But, and there are, like, places you can go to get actual breast milk, you know, people that have a surplus, whatever. But, it was, my experience with it was awful. And so I have a lot of respect for people that can just kind of do it automatically and just kind of, like, no problems. They don't need a lactation consultant or anything like that. It was, so all of you guys that are not, you know, maybe not married yet, don't have kids yet, just know that someday when your wives have your babies, it's a rough time, and she's gonna need all the support she can get, because they're, like, from the second your baby is conceived, there are so many questions that you're asked. Well, are you going to vaccinate? Well, are you going to breastfeed? Well, are you going to do this? Well, are you going to do this? There's so many questions. And the mom is the one, you know, in most of the case, it's the mothers that are making the, like, medical decisions for their family. And this goes back to that TED Talk I was listening to about what this woman learned from people who don't vaccinate their kids. It's this kind of individualized, like, there are all these things that everybody is told that they should or shouldn't do. And there's so much pressure on moms to make the right decisions for their kids. And it isn't the same for fathers, not quite as much, because, you know, fathers they're not the ones that are home with the kids as often most of the time. They're not the ones that are going to the doctor's offices to the doctor's appointments most of the time. That's not to say that they never do it, but it's just not as often. Like, I don't think Ander knows what the name of our, like, pediatrician is, but at the same time, like, in these interviews with, like, men, or like when there's a man that is at he's at court and they're trying to figure out custody and everything, they always ask him questions like, well, who's your kid's pediatrician? Well, who's your kid's first grade teacher? Well, who's your kid's this? And it's like, do those questions really matter? What about, what does your kid want to be when they grow up? What's your kid's best subject in school? What game does your kid like to play the most? Those are really what matter. It's not really like, who's their pediatrician? So what if they don't know the name of the pediatrician? There she is! She has like a little, she's got a little ball on the end. Thanks, Aloy. She's adorable. I love her, and I love her hair. I wish I had her hair. Every time I play the game, I'm like, man, how do I do that hair? Oh, I love her hair so much. Okay. I got to see that little dude, and another of our friends held him and was so anxious he started crying, passed him back to mom, and then I said I would hug him, and he passed right out. But his breathing was so stuttery, I understood why she was anxious. Oh, that's scary. We have a horizon level? Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I have to pee. I don't know. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. But this is, I am so excited for this level. It is. It's a very small neck. Oh, no, that was terrible. Oh, Applebee's, okay. Oh, I missed it. Biscuits. Okay, hold on. We're restarting. Horizon Zero Dawn is literally one of the best games I've ever played. Ever. And they even had like her theme. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, fine. I guess I'll come back and do that later. I'm not gonna restart it again. Okay, but wait. There's like 3 big reveals in the game, and it's so good. I'm playing the remastered version right now, and I'm totally in love with it. Charlotte and I played some of it last night. We just got, we didn't just get to Sunfall, but we're at Sunfall. So good. Where did our music go? Is our music supposed to be? My brother disagrees. We argue about this semi-regularly. Did I? Oh, there she is. She's gonna give me her bow, right? Have a carrot. Have my bow. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is making me so happy. I was just doing this last night, but not in Astro Bot form. This is so... Shoot. Oh, do I actually have to aim? Hold on. Oh, I do have to aim. And I can slow down time and everything. Oh my gosh. Oh. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Oh, I'm bad at this. Oh, but I can use motion. Okay, that's cool. I do like motion sensor. Motion control for aiming just a teeny bit. Not like all together, but like, oh, is this where I'm supposed to go? I thought this was a secret. I am wrong. Oh. Freaking love this game. If you have not played Horizon... Oh, I just died. Bye, Lindsay! I know, the hair. The hair, it's fantastic. Not only did you get her bow, you also got her hair, her little, like, outfit. I love it. I love it. So good. The aiming is slightly... Am I just supposed to release? Yeah, we're just releasing. Okay. Cool. There's a big giant. Why are there... Oh, because of her focus. I was like, why are there weird little purple bots? It's because of her focus. Got it. Is she eating carrots with her little bunny friends? Aloy is pretty great. She's one of the greatest game protagonists, in my opinion. But listen, I love Breath of the Wild so much, but I do believe, I do think it was a better game. I think Horizon Zero Dawn was a better game. And I say that with literally all the love in my heart, but it was just, it was like it, I thought, well, I guess I did the same thing with Horizon, or with Breath of the Wild as well. I was gonna say, I thought about it for weeks afterward, but just the choice that the people had to make in Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'm not talking about Aloy, I'm talking about in the past, just the choices that they had to make, it's Erend! Oh my gosh! This makes me Skyward Golemus. Oh my gosh. Oh, yep, you are right. You are so right. Wolf knows me. Look at that, there's a Horus. This is incredible. This is worth the play. This level is worth the play alone. Like, just this level. I don't know why we've got little, like, tennis balls on the edges of our arrows, but... Little Erend? Oh my gosh! So great. Ooh, look at that. Fancy. Stealthy. They can't see me. I'm all about the stealth. Although I've gotten braver, and I definitely don't rely on stealth as much. Who is this? Oh, it's a watcher! Oh my gosh, it's a little watcher bot. What does it say? Security Scouter has its eye on you. I'm also biased because Elizabeth Sobek is a Nevadan. Oh, okay, well there you go. Quite an endorsement. I'm tempted to buy a Horizon game and form a new obsession. Have you never played it, Salty? Okay, well, if you decide to play it, if you decide to get it, just say goodbye to pretty much everything in your life because, yep, you'll be obsessed. Oh, that was great. That was also great. You will be absolutely obsessed. I will say, there is a learning curve. I can definitely see, I mean, it was really originally released on PlayStation, so obviously it's, you know, the controls were originally meant for PlayStation. But I can see how using a mouse would be helpful, but I would highly recommend playing it on PlayStation if you can. It's so good. It is just, it's one of the stories, it's one of the only video game stories that has ever really truly affected me, like way deep down. It was just unreal. The choices they had to make, and when the story all comes together and everything, and so Horizon Zero Dawn, I believe, is better story-wise, but I think Horizon Forbidden West has a great story as well, but the gameplay is slightly better. I think Forbidden West is a superior game, but I think only by like this much. They just took the things that worked with Forbidden West or with Zero Dawn, and they just improved upon them in such a great way. Like the stash was really great, so you didn't ever run out of room, you know, while you were collecting resources and stuff, because there are a lot of them. But oh my gosh, it's just, and I got the Horizon remastered because I was playing Horizon Lego, and I was like, all this is making me want to do is play the original. So I finally got the remaster, and I don't have time. I don't sleep because I play it late into the night, and then I technically kind of don't really sleep. I go to bed too late and everything, but it's totally worth it. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's in my top 5 for sure. Am I supposed to do something here? Like, shoot a... Oh, it's fantastic. Sorry if you've already mentioned it, but how much do you recommend it for kids? I always enjoy my Vigi games when my kids can play them with me. It's definitely only a 1 player. There are, so I have played it with Charlotte. I say with, but like, I have played it with Charlotte in the room and with Auden in the room. It kind of depends on what your kids are used to, because you're not only hunting machines, you're also kind of fighting against people. The people are bad and they'll try to kill you. And so it's kind of a, you gotta kill or be killed type situation. But at the same time, there are definitely moments where like, you'll be like walking. Oh, go back to the flower. Like just the other night I was standing pretty, yeah, there are some, yeah, there's a cult that like loves the sun. And this flower? These flowers? There are definitely some heavier themed moments for sure. There was like a scene the other night when I was fighting against some bandits, and I was in close proximity to one, and I was shooting arrows at him, and the arrows were sticking in his body, but he was still coming at me. There's no blood, but it's very clear that the arrows were sticking out of his body as he was trying to like run to me. So it's not gory, but oh, what is that? That looks like something special. Oh, thank you so much for that. I would not have gotten that a million years. Oh, did you see how excited she was? Or I guess it's not, we're not really her, like we're Astro Bot, but he was so excited. I have Zero Dawn Complete Edition on PS4, and I was told that it can be upgraded. It can be upgraded. I think it's only like $10 for the upgrade. I have noticed with the remaster, I don't think they needed a remaster, but at the same time, like, I'm loving the remaster and it's really fun, but they definitely didn't need it. They didn't need it at all. The biggest difference I've noticed is facial expressions. Facial expressions are much better in Zero Dawn. They were very staticky and kind of plastic in the original one. And they look so much better in the remastered. But there have been a couple weird little moments where, like, there have been these weird kind of glitchy things. Who's this? Is that Rost? Paternal outcast. I love the little watcher. Oh, Salty, you'll love it. But it kind of depends on like what your kids can kind of handle and like what they feel okay with. But like, it will absolutely blow your mind. The amount of detail that goes into the world and just like all the, oh no, get him, Derry. Ah! Oh, she's turned into a skeleton. Cool. The amount of detail that goes into the world, the map is massive, and just how overgrown everything is because it's like thousands of years in the future, hundreds of thousands of years into the future, right? I can't remember like exactly when Zero Dawn happened, but it's so good. It's so good. It will change your like. I feel like it came out. Oh, it's only 1,000 years. I thought it was like hundreds of thousands of years because I thought it was like 100,000 years, but I must have heard something wrong. I don't know. But it's so much fun. I love it. And it's one of those games I could just play over and over and over again because you can always do things in different orders and you can always, you know, but the music is actually, I was just talking to Andrew about this the other day. The music is so interesting to me because it's one of those, it's really astounding because they managed to make the music sound both primitive and futuristic at the same time. And I don't know how they did it, but like, it's perfection. It's so good. I mean, I love a lot of soundtracks and I love a lot of, was that a grazer? There's so many soundtracks that I really, really love, but Horizon Zero Dawn is definitely one of my favorites because just the ingenuity of like making it sound both primitive and futuristic all at the same time. I don't know how they did it. And the music only gets better as the series goes on. I could literally talk about it, talk it into the ground. Yeah, so there's a temple, there's a LDS temple that is in Provo, Utah. It's up on the mountain. It's called the Provo, Utah Temple. And its remains are in Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a bandit camp. You can totally tell from like when you look at the picture, you can totally tell it's the same building. Oh yeah, it did just get knocked down, didn't it? Well, look at old pictures then. She was born April 4th, 3021. I knew that. Like, it was the first time. No, it wasn't the first time. I was gonna say it was the first time I ever played a game that actually legitimately made me like sit and like think about it for a while, but I feel like I did that with yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn, Provo Temple. No, this is Astro Bot. I'm an Astro Bot, Aloy. That game absolutely could potentially predict the future, which is another reason that it's like both really astounding, but also kind of terrifying. Because I could absolutely see like Elon Musk or somebody like a tech bro like that. They're just looking at you, Ted Faro. Man. Oh, great. They don't make me actually climb that. That is helpful. Oh! Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it slows down for a minute, but not too long, which is, I guess, how Horizon is anyway. But you unlock skills and you take things down with your bow and arrow and all that stuff, and it's just so great. It's so much fun. Oh, there's one of like the... This is integrating things from both Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. There are definitely like this dish here, that's more Forbidden West. And it's interesting too, because as I've been playing through Zero Dawn, the remaster, they talk about the Forbidden West pretty regularly. And I never picked up on that, obviously, because I played it first and then I played Forbidden West a lot later. But I never really picked up on the fact that they mentioned the Forbidden West multiple times. And mention like, and then they mentioned the Banuk multiple times. When the Banuk is the Frozen Wilds, which is like the second, or which is like the DLC, which I thought was great, by the way, although it was really, really hard. You meet one of my nope machines in the DLC. I can't stand it. I hate it so much, and I will do everything in my power to not fight it. Forbidden West was mentioned several times, and Rost went there. Yeah, it was, I just didn't realize that until I've played through it this last time. And then I was like, oh yeah, they mentioned that quite a bit. So it's not like the second one was totally just randomly, they were like, I know, we'll do the Forbidden West. I mean, it was mentioned multiple times in the first game. It's so good. I didn't cry in Zero Dawn. I did cry in Forbidden West though. Yeah, here you go, baby. Yep, you can ask Sissy and she'll get them for you. Mama's almost done. There is an Utaru. Yeah, you're right. A Blunderjaw. Well. Oh no. It is. I think we're gonna hit that back at you. No, we're not. Oh my gosh. Why isn't time slowing down? Oh yeah, it is. Oh no. Oh yes. The Blunderjaw. Wow, this is crazy! Yes. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on. What? Yeah, okay, that was good. Yeah. Hey, it looked like me when I came in here after I went to the bathroom. Yeah, yep, I'm sure you probably do. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but yep, there was a moment that made me really sad. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I'm just shooting randomly. Yeah, that actually worked. That worked. That was okay. The Blunderjaw. Oh my gosh. I mean... Oh, this is like... Yeah. Okay, so the fights in Horizon Zero Dawn are not quite like this. They're harder. I did. I killed the dinosaur. Who's making that noise? I think I missed a bot too. Dang it! Where did I miss a bot? Biscuits. Look, there's a... Oh, he's back. Oh. And he's all... Oh, it's like the same... I feel like it's the same dinosaur that we've beaten before. And now we're gonna jump on his schnoz. Dang, I did miss a bot. Where? Unless he's up here somewhere. Oh. Man, so good. How do we... Oh, we do this. Bam. Shoot. I didn't mean to miss a... Oh, that's the part of our PS5. I thought it looked like a PS5. Mothership protection covers. Yeah, he looks a lot different than he did in Toy Story. Dang it, who's the last bot? Should I go through the level again? Yeah. No, that was 100% a reference. Okay, so we're not spoiling anything for anybody, but that bench was a reference 100%. Hi, Stixel Pepper. Stixel Poopin'. Hi, Stixel Poopin' Doggin. Oh, but first we should probably go back. What we should do is we should go back, find the last bot, and then we'll do our t-shirt giveaway. Are we like cleaning it off? Oh, yeah, we are. We're gonna clean it off. All this graffiti. Don't take this kind of thing to your PlayStation 5, peeps. Oh yeah, and that first puzzle piece. Oh yeah, that's right, at the very beginning. Are you supposed to do this with movement, or is this supposed to be... Oh yeah, it's totally movement. Okay, 100%. Yeah, no graffiti. Get out of freaking town. Don't you make more graffiti. I'll kill you. How... Okay, all right. I don't know what the deal was with how I made that happen, but okay. Such a fun level. I love that they made bots out of the little machines. Oh, that was so funny. And I don't have to do the whole level again. Once I find the bot, I can, and the puzzle piece, I can just leave. Yeah, I will go back and we will find out who it is because I want to see. Obviously, I need that last person. I think I have an idea of who it is, but I don't know. It could... I think I know who it is, but I could be wrong. So it's kind of like, it really just kind of depends. I don't know, maybe I missed a message from Salty in chat, but it kind of depends on what your kids can handle. But I will say Auden loves it because all the machines look like different animals. And so some of them look like animals, some of them look kind of more dinosaur-ish, like the Blunder Jaw. Obviously the Blunder Jaw is not its actual name. But she really loves that. She thinks that's really cool. And it kind of depends on how you play, because the first time I played it, I was absolutely terrified. And so I stealthed everything. I was constantly hiding. And then the second time I played through it, I was much more willing to kind of just like go out. The Wonder Jaw. Wow, it's totally the renovated version too. And apparently the Salt Lake Temple is in The Last of Us. Really? Oh, I didn't know that either. And then I think the Frozen Wilds takes place up in Yellowstone. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I gotta do it again. Rats. 25 rats. Aloy. Doing the Carlton.
25 rats.
Yeah, wait, Forbidden West is Yellowstone? Because... Oh, Frozen Wilds. Oh. Here he is. See? Oh, what? Who's this? Oh, yeah, there he is. So he's the one that stole all of our stuff at the beginning, and he's like, now I have your... Hold on. I gotta go back. Is there still a puzzle piece I haven't gotten over there? Okay, but wait. I can leave, right? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, because like I need to... Old Faithful is in the DLC along with Grand Prismatic. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because she comes to this like museum type thing, and I want to say that it talks about it being Yellowstone. Oh, get it. Yeah. Oh, so many. That's right. Every single thing has so many extras. Okay, tell you what. We're gonna come... Okay, how do I get this puzzle piece at the beginning without knocking my Dr. Pepper over? Oh. Yeah. Can I come all the way over? No. How do you get it? I can't go fast enough. I don't understand. Oh, boost the whole time. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's better. Yeah. Okay, I will take this bird. Please and thank you. But be prepared, Salty, because Horizon is a big game. I mean, I think it only really takes like 20-ish something hours. maybe 30-ish something hours to do like the main storyline, but I highly recommend doing side quests and things because you will thank yourself once you reach the end of the game. We did it! Boom! There. Rabbit's like, do you want a carrot? No. Okay. It's fine. Okay, so it's at the very end, so I should just... What? I killed you. Okay, right, okay. Yeah, I like the motion controls just to move like a millimeter. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes aiming with a joystick is hard. Okay, we did that whole part over there, right? Oh! Oh! We're just making our way downtown. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I like the Horizon soundtrack better or the Forbidden West soundtrack better, but they're just both great. They're both fantastic. Take that. Walking fast. Yes. Walking so fast. Okay, here's what we'll do. Since I'm doing this level right now, why don't we do the giveaway while we are... And then I'll finish this level. But it is live. It is happening. And like I gave, I didn't do a bleach shirt for Sword Art. I did a vinyl t-shirt design for him. Oh, biscuits. I have found through a lot of trial and error with my giveaways that people are far more interested in things that I make rather than just like a game or, you know, which there's nothing wrong with that, but, and I don't mind doing game giveaways at all. I thought, you know, that would be a good way to kind of, you know, a good kind of giveaway too. But at the same time, I've also found a lot of the games that I would be giving away, most people kind of already own. So I've found people are definitely really interested in things that I make, which is great because that's custom, you know what I mean? So I am totally down with that. Can I like fight things? Okay. Okay, so we got a bot here, right? So we need to, he's gonna be around here somewhere. He's gotta be like in this area. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but okay. Oh, okay. Maybe he's like, well, my bird's not going off. It just lowercase. I don't think caps matters, to be totally honest, but I could be wrong.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Aiming in this game is just a little bit harder than aiming in the actual Horizon. I feel like the actual Horizon. And then in Forbidden West, they came up with some different ammo types that were also really, really cool. And I found myself kind of wishing I had them this time around. I'm like, man, I'm playing the remastered and I'm like, man, I really wish I had that kind of ammo. Did I not? Is he over here? No, I already did this.
The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. The Krusty Krab
Did I already miss him?
is the pizza.
No.
Absolutely.
The bird hasn't gone off. Have I already missed him? Can I go back through that? Well, isn't this where I am? I'm at the end, right? Shouldn't he be here somewhere? Have I already missed him? Or whoever it is? I think I know who it is, but I could be wrong. I just speed ran it. There's another moment where it's like, you know what? Sometimes I say stupid things on stream. Oh, did the bird just do a beep? Ah. Wait. Oh. Can I, oh no, that's where I need to go up there.
You noodle.
I don't feel like the bird has, gone off, but maybe I'm wrong. How did I miss one? It's VT! How's it going, VT? Southern Belle in this primitive place where we are shooting giant machine robots. Robots. They are robots, they are. I feel like I did not miss that bot, but maybe I did. Oh my. Oh my. Where is he? Is he in here somewhere? Just before the turtle. Oh, that's right. We do need to go all the way to the turtle, don't we? Oh, he's doing a thing. Oh, he's back here. Oh, I understand. I think I know who this is. Right, who is this? Cherished wanderer, forever in pursuit of knowledge. Hold on. Who is that? Oh, okay, I see the things on his chin. Okay, I understand. I was thinking it was gonna be Varl. It's Silence! How did I not know it was gonna be Silence? I'm thinking of all the good guys. So Silence. Fitting name, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Didn't Silence like create like a DJ disco in the Lego version? Oh! Sorry. And yeah, I thought it was gonna be Varl for sure. But no, I was wrong. Okay, we found everything, so we don't have to go back. Oh, and I just keep dying. Silence. Silence, man. Silence. I love it all. I love it all. Best level. That was my favorite level. Favorite ever. Okay. So, has everybody entered the giveaway for a t-shirt? If you want to enter the giveaway for a t-shirt or a decal, if you'd rather have a decal, type shirt in chat. We're doing a giveaway for a t-shirt. Everybody enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna go pick up our pizza. I will see all of you guys next time.